Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to day 74 of my daily dopamine dunk. Today is Thursday, March 23rd. It's actually about 4:45 in the morning right now. Had a little bit of a late baseball practice last night, so got in, didn't get to bed till about 10:30. So, again, been monitoring my sleep, and so I told myself, you know what? Let's go ahead and sleep in at least till 4:30. Let's sleep in past 4 and give ourselves, to allow ourselves to try to get at least 6 hours of good rest. Took some magnesium and zinc last night because, again, I was like, hey, I'm only gonna get so many hours, so I want to make sure that they're quality hours of sleep, right? So yeah, definitely feeling a little tired, a little groggy this morning. Even when my alarm went off at 4:30, I had some debates. Thought about, hey, maybe I could just set that alarm for 5 or 6. You know what I mean? The mind, starts whispering all these little sweet nothings to you, right? Like, oh, hey, you don't really need to go to the gym this morning. Hey, yeah, you're tired. You need to get some rest, or you know what I mean? All these things that sound really good, right? They sound great. They sound legitimate as well, but at the same time, it's like you got to recognize, like, hey, yes, I'm tired. Yes, it's earlier. Yes, I didn't get as much sleep, but hey, I still have to stick to my habits, still have to stick to my disciplines, still, even though I'm tired, I still want to make sure that I get up and get a workout in, right? And, thankfully for us, for me here, is, I have my cold plunge right here. So I know that after a few minutes in this guy, that all that sleep is going to be pushed out of my system. So that's awesome. So then I will be ready for the gym. The only thing is that, waking up in the morning, it's just kind of like the mind and the body, they're not ready. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not ready. No. But hey, we're making that choice, to shut that down and making the choice, to stick to our disciplines, get up early, get our cold plunge in, go get a workout in, and get our day started, right? So again, those are all choices, that we have to make, choices that we, hey, I made the choice to sleep in an extra 30 minutes because, well, not sleep in, but, wake up 30 minutes later because I went to sleep like an hour later. You know what I mean? So just making those choices, making those conscious decisions, right? So just for your health, another thing is like, hey, you can't get stuck on, oh, I have to get up at, 3:45 every day, no matter what time I go to bed. It's like, well, yeah, you can do that, but you're probably going to be hurting at some point. You know what I mean? You're going to burn yourself out, and, you're not going to be feeling good, and you're going to be feeling kind of, grouchy or frustrated, throughout your days. And so is that really the best course? Is that really the healthiest thing, the healthiest thing for our mind, So, just make those, we got to make those conscious decisions, and we got to be aware. So, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Again, feeling kind of groggy and tired this morning, so I'm sure that's why my body is kind of, or my brain is like, hey, let's keep talking this morning before we get into the cold plunge. But so let's shut that guy down, and without further ado, let's get day 74 daily dopamine dunk going. Okay, get that breath going. Oh, yep, I knew it was going to be a bit of a challenge this morning. Woo! Oh, yeah, baby, that's brisk, baby. Oh, good stuff. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, yes. Just what we were looking for this morning. All right, get our breath. Try to calm ourselves back down because, woo, got pretty excited when we jumped in right now. Again, we noticed that when we don't get, a lot of rest or adequate rest, that, cold plunged a little bit more of a challenge in the morning, right? And so last night, went to bed after 10:30, got up at 4:30, and definitely not enough, not enough rest, because feeling that, feeling that little extra bit of a challenge this morning. Definitely feel a lot of shivers coming through right now, right? But again, it's all a balance. It's all a balance, This is the first day this week, or, maybe the second day this week that I've actually felt kind of groggy, right? Really tired, but so that's actually not too bad, right? Just pushing ourselves, a little extra, 1 or 2 days a week, right? To make sure, or to ensure, that we stick to those disciplines, and, we get our workout in and get our other, little habits in that we have going on. So it's all that choice, we got to weigh it out, and we got to make sure that we're making the right choices, not only for our body, right, but definitely for our mind. Because mindset is everything. Mindset is everything. Let me tell you, you got a poor mindset, you're going to have a piss poor day, I'll tell you that. But if you have a strong, confident, positive mindset, well, you know what, dude, you may have a crappy day, but that mindset isn't going to let you see any of that. It's going to only let you see what you could improve on, what you learned throughout the day, through the challenges. You know what I mean? How you grew throughout the day with those challenges, right? It's going to allow you to see all the opportunities and all the blessings that God has waiting for you. So, mindset is everything. All right. 4.5 minutes. Oh, let's break up that thermal barrier. Definitely feel it broken up. All right. And there we are. We're awake. Good morning, dude. It's like I was saying, right? After a few minutes in here, it's like you feel that sleep just like rush out of your system. Feel the eyes start to widen, right? And you're just like, oh, okay. I can see. I used to only be able to see this much, and now I can see this much. You know what I mean? It's like it's pretty interesting, and I notice it like every time that it happens too, because it's just like a little, again, I just kind of feel like that little rush, and like that little, I feel like my eyes just kind of like I could look up, and I'm just like, oh wow, there's I'm outside, you know what I mean? Like I'm not in this little tunnel. I'm like out here, you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times, like that's what happens when we get, stressed out, or we have encounter a stressor, is that we get so, focused and so narrowed in on the problem that we forget that if we just take a step back and we kind of widen our vision a little bit, that we'll be able to, kind of see a little bit more and be able to really assess the situation better, right? So, yeah, good stuff, Good little tip is that if you feel yourself narrowing in, you get feeling frustrated, on a problem or a challenge, then just take a step back, literally, physically, take a step back. Look, and just widen your view, right? And just be like, okay, this is what I was missing, because it seems like that, right? Whenever we get in a stressful situation or like, something like that, that our focus just kind of narrows, that we kind of lose sight of everything else around us and we just focus on the problem. Well, that's where the challenge lies. We have to make that choice to see outside of the problem, to take that step back so that we can really, get out of our head, get out of our feelings, and really see the problem for what it is and maybe take a different course of action, right? So, yeah, another good little lesson, a realization from the cold plunge is, just that, realizing that, hey, this right here is a stressor, and, just kind of, as I go throughout my days, I just kind of recognize what those stressors or how that feels, if I get a feeling, maybe an adrenaline rush or maybe a bit of anxiety or something, I'm just like, oh, I felt that in the cold plunge, how do I handle that? And it's like, oh, like that's just a feeling, you know what I mean? That's not real. That's not reality. It's not really a stressful, or even if it is stressful, I could make the choice to calm myself back down, and this way I could better handle the situation, right? So, yeah, dude, really, really good stuff, learned doing these cold plunges, day 74. Better learn something, right? Sheesh. All right. 8 minutes. All right. Let's go for 9 again. Seems to be happening. Seem to be talking a little bit too much, maybe. It's all good. It's all good. All right, 10 minutes. Let's go. Woo! Whoa! Whoa! All right, guys, let's go out and choose to make this Thursday great. Whoa! Woo! Thank you guys for joining me for day 74 of my daily dopamine dunk. Crazy that it's already been 74 days. If you guys haven't seen day 1 dopamine dunk, do yourself a favor and go watch that gem right there. Dude, that was rough. That was a rough one. So definitely see, notice the progress that I made over these last 74 days. And not only that, but, I've been kind of documenting on here the things that I've learned, the kind of changes I noticed. So again, today, got up, didn't get as much rest as I usually do, Woo! So cold plunge, a bit of a challenge today, but we knew that, right? We knew that. We knew that because we've been recognizing over the last couple weeks that, we notice that when we don't get enough sleep or we don't feel like we got enough sleep, that our challenges are a little bit more challenging, right? So great realization. But again, you guys, it's all that choice, right? Got to make that choice, stick to those habits, stick to those disciplines, and make that choice to really, stick to those habits that create that the version of ourselves that we want to be, right? Just when it gets down to it, like what you have a idea in your mind of the man you want to be. Well, what kind of habits do that man creates that man, right? Once you figure that out, and then you can implement those habits, then boom, you are who you want to be. So, little tool, for today. So thank you guys for joining me. Day 74, dopamine dunk. Hope you could take a little something away from a little challenge. Thank you guys. I hope that you can go out and choose to stick to your habits, choose to stick to those disciplines, choose to challenge yourself today, choose to go out and present the best version of yourself, right? And most of all, guys, choose to go out and make this glorious day great. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. You guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you tomorrow.